It's a freestyle, and y'all already know I'm about to slay. Let's get into it.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it.
Hello lovelies, and welcome back to another 9Lux Nails video. Today I am doing a medium freestyle for my client. I am going in with my tips already pre-shaped and sized. I did go ahead and remove the shine from her natural nails and also applied my Mia Secret dehydrator and primer. Now I'm going in with my Mia Secret Cover Nude Blush Acrylic and also using my number 12 Kolinsky brush. We're just going to get right into this acrylic and then get started freestyling these nails. Now for this acrylic application, I am going in with a different technique than I normally do on any of my other videos because this client particularly wanted these medium nails to still have a curve effect. I am applying my first bead underneath the smile line of the tips, and I'm going in with larger beads towards her cuticle area because she did want them to have more of a curved effect, and I am doing this by making sure that the apex is strong and also that I weigh down the tip of the nail by applying my acrylic again underneath that smile line. So that is the technique for achieving a little bit of curve on these medium nails. They are already curved tips, but with applying acrylic, it does have the tendency to straighten the tips out. So in this instance, I'm just making sure that I enhance the curve a little bit, all while still having the acrylic foundation that I love to see. So I'm going to follow that same technique over all of the nails. It does slow my process down just a little bit, but that's okay because they are medium. We did not have to push any clients back. We were able to stick on time. So I'm just going to, again, go in and get this application applied. Again, as you can see, even in this video, it is taking me a little bit longer than normal to get the application done on these nails because I am wanting the thickness and also the gravity of the nails to create a little more curvature for this client. She did want them just to look a little more rounded, and in order to do that, I have to make sure that I'm applying adequate acrylic to each nail. And now that all of the acrylic is applied, I have gone ahead and buffed and shaped them off camera. And now I'm just going in. You guys know any nail that I'm going to do a little design or a Frenchie, I'm going to go ahead and apply my Key Air Sky No Wipe top coat. So I'm going to get that done first. And then on the other nails that I want my full color, I'm going in with this very light yellow as the base so that my design can pop a little bit. The colors are a little bold, but I did want to go in with a lighter yellow just to give it some color to lay on that will not diffuse the look of the design. So you already know my first layer of polish is going to be very thin. It is not going to be super thick because the super thick layer will not cure all the way through, especially if you're using multiple coats of polish. So I'm going in with a very thin polish on the first coat and making sure that I get that completely cured before applying my second layer of polish. Now, once I have cured the Key Air Sky No Wipe top coat, I'm going in and just creating a Frenchie. And I love doing this because it allows my polish and brush to glide a little bit better across the nails. I did see that with them being drier, your brush sometimes have a tendency to skip a little bit, and that just creates a different shape than what I'm looking for. So I do like to take the extra time and just do those extra necessary steps to make sure that my artwork comes out exactly how I'm intending for it to. Now on the yellow fingers, I did go in with a second coat, but again, that yellow is very transparent, and that's okay because it is just a background color. It is not the primary color of the nails. So now I'm going in with the neon pink and oranges, and I'm just going to apply a little swirl design on these nails. And I will be working with each color while it's still wet. So normally on a design, if I'm not completely careful, I will go in and cure in between each line, but I do know I'm not going to allow these lines to touch. So on my brush, I like to use each color that I'm going to use, get that brush cleaned up, and then go in with another color and work in that manner so that I'm working smarter and not harder. And for the swirl lines on this design, I'm making sure that the top and bottom are super thick, and towards the middle of the line it goes thin. That allows a little more fluidity to the design and allows those lines to look like it's giving a little more dimension versus them just being all one size lines, if that makes sense. And now, like I said, I'm just going to pick up another color on my clean brush. This is the exact same brush, and I'm just going to go in and make sure that I'm not allowing those colors to touch. So I am being very careful in creating the swirls on this nail, but I'm going to finish out both of these nails before I get it cured in my LED light. And with the nail still wet, I'm going to go in with a final color. This is a darker yellow, so lighter than the orange, but just another color of yellow, making sure that line does not touch, keeping the thickness and thinness consistent on all of the lines. And I'm just going in and filling in any of the spaces. Now on my Frenchy nail, I'm going in with one of the colors that I used in the swirl. So I'm making sure not to put the same color on that Frenchie, which would have been that orange. So any of the other colors would have worked, but I wanted to do a pink pop on this nail. So I'm just creating 5 little dots, and then I'm going to elongate them towards the center to create a flower. So this is a very easy summer and spring design that anyone can do. Just take that brush, create some dots, and then bring all of them in towards the middle, and you have a flower. And after getting my flower just right, I'm going to go ahead and get it cured in my LED light, and then we'll go in and add a little texture to this nail as well. So one thing about it, I'm going to pull out my Beetles brand 3D gel, and I'm going to do a 3D design. We are in our 3D era in the nail community, and I don't want to be one of the ones that's not utilizing any of the techniques that we have to show our creativity. So I'm just putting a little circle dot on the tip of each petal, and just as I did with the pink polish, I'm going in with the 3D gel and just creating a 3D flower on the nails. So I'm going to do the dot and then bring all of those dots in towards the center, and from the side of the nail you will be able to see that 3D effect. And now that that is cured, I'm going to go ahead and add another dot in the center and get that cured as well. If you didn't want to apply another dot, you could very well go in with a rhinestone that would also add a little extraness to the nail. So once I apply that dot, now I'm going in with that bottom yellow color, and I'm just going to color in that dot to create a little more raised 3D effect. It turned out so cute. I really love this, and I will be utilizing it again on a couple more of my clients. And this video is very much real time, so you can see I did mess up a little bit. I applied a little bit too much of the yellow color and it began to bleed, but with curing the nails in between, that is the importance and key, because I'm always able to remove a design or some polish and just go right back in versus messing up or ruining all of the work that I have previously done. So I'm just going to make sure I get all of the polish and any hairs off the nail, and I'm going to go right back in with that little yellow with a little less yellow and just color in that ball and get that cured in the light. So work smarter and not harder, and that turned out so cute. I really love it. And y'all know I'm the razzle dazzle queen. I cannot just leave something that does not look completed to my eyes. So I'm going in and adding just a little more dots to the nail, a little color, filling in some spaces, and adding a little bit more freestyle and dimension to the set. And of course, this is a spring and Easter freestyle. I have been going junk nail crazy, and I could not do a junk nail without a bunny rabbit. Okay, this is one of my clients that absolutely does not care what I do to her nails, so I'm just going in with these larger charms. And she is one that her charms always come back, so we put us a little Roger Rabbit right in the middle. I'm also going in with some orange teardrops and just a little large charm, which is this heart. And then I'm going to fill in the remaining areas of the nail with my AB crystals that will reflect any color. So just like on my last set, it was picking up the blues and purples. This one is now picking up the pinks and oranges out of this set. I absolutely love these crystals. I'm going to fill this nail in and we will be complete with this design. And here is the finished look from these nails. I know I always say I love them, but I absolutely love these colors together. The orange, the pink, and yellow. It just screams spring, and we love to see it. Thank you all so much for staying tuned until the end. If you want to show these nails some love on my Insta, then come on over. And until next time, you already know to follow my socials.